an and I mean, spectacular seasons ever had. And
you trade what would you rather? We have texts that are coming, but tomorrow or Alabama win the championship.
Win.
I'd rather have that than the SEC.
The SEC tournament would be cool. About the SEC tournament a whole lot. Get some confidence back, but no, if you get a win tomorrow, you can kind of hang your hat on that to end the season, get some rest, go do your damage in the NCAA tournament. That's what you get remembered for. But that's just my opinion.
And it's a great time to remind you that we will have comprehensive wall-to-wall coverage of the SEC basketball tournament that Conrad cares nothing about coming up next week.
I'm just saying from a fan standpoint.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm excited for the games.
Yep. I just love tournament basketball. I don't care where you're playing.
Oh, yeah.
Give me 11 a.m. tips. Give me late night tips, garbage games that nobody cares about. Those kids on the floor care.
Well, the good news is, according to Joe Lunardi, no big surprise that Auburn is going to get the pick of the litter, and they'll be the number one team in the South, which ultimately would send them through Atlanta, which that's as close as you could potentially get unless you're playing in Birmingham for Auburn. But Alabama, according to Lunardi, as of this moment, they are dodging the Cleveland bullet. And they would be able to potentially go to Lexington and play in their first games.
Do you think all one seeds, they should be able to at least have a vote, and then you would have like a tiebreaker?
No, I don't. I think, giving the number one overall.
It has to have a special something that comes along with it.
That option, because as of right now, according to Lunardi, Florida would be shipped out west. Bama being a number two, they would be in the east, and Tennessee would go to the Midwest, as Houston would be the number one seed, and Tennessee would be number two.
Dan Hurley, he disagrees with you because he thinks that they should be able to pick. Game times, tip times.
Speaking of that, I want to
travel
see
schedules.
I want to see who Lunardi's got UConn playing, because I've said this before. I would have loved. Okay, so he's got UConn as an 8 seed. Okay, I would love for that 8 seed to be over there and face Auburn in the second round, to watch Auburn absolutely slap the taste out of his mouth.
Because we missed that opportunity at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. In Maui, we did.
Yeah.
I would love to see that happen, because as of right now, Lunardi's got Kansas as an 8 seed playing New Mexico. So Auburn would play the winner of that game. Meanwhile, UConn and Vanderbilt would play in the first round in the East, and they will end up playing Duke.
UConn and Vandy?
UConn and Vandy is the first round.
I'd like to see Alabama. This Alabama team play UConn.
Revenge.
Do you think? UConn has trouble at times. I think Alabama, they score a lot.
So if he's got UConn as an 8 seed, I'm just looking at the other regions.
Everyone's been making a big deal about these 8 seeds and how brutal it's going to be for some of these ones.